Welcome back to the Pretty Nerdz podcast. This is your girl, Nay. Falan DeAnn is currently out this week, but per usual, I'm going to hold it down for you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into this week's hot topics.
Pretty Nerdz, 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 Pretty Nerdz.
All right, so as some of you may know, currently in Chicago, the NBA All-Star Weekend is taking place. Well, it's Sunday, so this is the last day of NBA All-Star Weekend. We've seen some pretty eventful things, per usual, slam dunk contest, three-point shootout, yada, yada, yada. But most people either tune in for the celebrities, All-Star Saturday night, you know, all of the things. Obviously, there's a little bit of controversy surrounding the dunk contest. Some people feel like Aaron Gordon was robbed again this year. I don't know. I didn't watch it, but I saw it trending. I did see a couple of the dunks that he did. They seem pretty dope, but I didn't see any of the other guys, so I'm not really a fair judge. I do know the previous year when he did it, he did get robbed. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if all these people, are hyping it up that he probably did get robbed. Some of the other interesting things to kind of come out of NBA All-Star Weekends, we know that a lot of things take place because there's a lot of like celebrities and just folks in one vicinity. We saw some, obviously, tributes to Kobe and Gianna. Beautiful tributes at that, done by a lot of different people. Jennifer Hudson, she sang. We also saw a tribute from Dr. Dre. We saw Kenny Smith did a tribute in photographs and all that jazz. So all in all, definitely a good All-Star Weekend in Chicago. It looked to be a lot of fun. Looked like a lot of people were having fun. Obviously, people still feeling the loss of Kobe and Gianna, but they definitely, showed love, showed respect, and it just looked like a good time all the way around. Something that we did see kind of, I guess, in like the after party, after effects, was Neyo's estranged wife, Crystal Smith. She was out looking pretty cozy with Black Ink Chicago's Ryan Henry. That led to, I guess, a podcast that Neyo did, or he's done, that's kind of floating around, where he officially confirmed that they are going through a divorce. So yeah, I mean, I don't think we really needed too much confirmation when he took off his ring and was waving it around, talking about he turned his wedding ring into a pinky ring. And I mean, like I said, she was looking fairly cozy with Ryan Henry. So yeah, I mean, but he has officially confirmed that they are going through a divorce. A lot of people have been saying that they definitely believe that means that his next album will be fire. Shit, I don't know. I mean, yeah. I haven't really heard a fire record from Neyo in a long time, so maybe the pain of it all will spark some creativity. We shall see. Speaking of marriage, Maya. So TMZ reported that Maya got married because some photos were released of her in a wedding dress and all of that good stuff, right? She then takes to Instagram, seemingly confirming it. She posts a picture of herself saying, officially Mrs. Lansky or something like that or the other. I mean, mad people were congratulating her, talking about, yes, sis, good job, woo, 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 congratulations, yada, yada, yada. Cut to today or last night, and it was turned out that it was not actually a wedding per se. It was for a video where I guess she married herself. Like, yeah. Needless to say, I mean, listen, I like Maya. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. Makes pretty dope pretty good records. I enjoy her music, but it looked real like stunt, publicity stunt, like, and not a good one. Like, I'm just saying, marriage to yourself. I mean, she could have easily, all she had to do when TMZ posted the video was posted the photos, was like, nah, sorry, this is for a video shoot, and then went on to it. And it wouldn't have looked so like cringy publicity stunt word. Like, I didn't like it, but nonetheless, do you, girl. I mean, like I said, she's still a beautiful girl. Music's still dope, so she's independent. So any money that she does make goes to her. So salute to her for all of that. And best of wishes to her. But I just, it was real cringeworthy to me with the whole fake wedding thing. But it is what it is. This is the era we live in, you know? Also, super cringeworthy. You guy Chris Brown. Lord. He made the decision. I don't know if he made the decision. I don't know if, he was just super drunk or high or in his feelings on Valentine's Day, but he did a quick post and delete of a video that him and Karrueche did. Listen, Chris, please, man. Sis already got a restraining order against you. She has moved on far, far, far away from you. She is in a super committed relationship, in love. Let sis be in love. Move on, my guy. It has been years now. Karrueche is not thinking about you. You need to let it go, my guy. You just had a brand new baby. Focus on that. But it was super cringeworthy to see him kind of post that, knowing just that she is just, so far beyond the whole situation with him. She clearly does not want anything to do with the guy. Chris, please, leave that girl alone, okay? And getting into more cringeworthiness, I don't know why we're surprised by this. Well, I mean, I wasn't super surprised by this because I feel like Wendy has been kind of off her rocker a little bit as far as just everything, where she, slipped back into her addiction with her divorce and just all of that stuff. But needless to say, on the Wendy Williams show, she decided to kind of go on like a small little rant about how gay men should not wear dresses and high heels, and that they will never be women because they can't have periods and they can't do the things that women do, and yada 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 yada. It was super cringeworthy. It made me feel like I was watching some alt-right television type shit. Like, it was yucky. Like, I did not want in any shape or form to kind of see that floating around, those type of clips floating around. But needless to say, after she received like some backlash and all that, she made a swift and quick apology, which we know what time it is. We know as soon as somebody receives some backlash, they go back down, especially in a situation like that. Like, she has a daytime talk show, and, ratings and all of that is like super duper important. And, she's already faced so much criticism, so many people calling for her show to be canceled, for her to be pulled off the air. So I am not surprised that she made a quick and swift apology pretty much right after the situation happened. But I guess, like I said, I wasn't surprised because it is Wendy, and she's, like I said, she's been going through things lately. But I was surprised in that she came off so tone deaf, because the LGBTQ plus community is a huge, is a pretty big supporter of Wendy Williams and her show. So I was just, I guess, more surprised or shocked that she was so tone deaf to her own audience and decided to kind of go that route with that type of hate speech, in my opinion. But, yeah, needless to say, I wasn't surprised when she did a quick backtrack and did a quick apology, because like I said, in daytime television, those ratings are like super, super duper important. And she's already been facing so much criticism as far as folks wanting her show canceled. So wasn't surprised by the quick apology at all. Let me see what other hot topics we got. See if we can move on from the mess. So this has been a big trending topic, but I don't know why it's been a big trending topic. Amber Rose got a tattoo of her son's names across her forehead. To each their own, you know? Listen. I don't know what to kind of say or what kind of opinion to have. Like, it's not my body, so I don't really care too much. Folks can do whatever they want with their own body. She's rich and famous, so she's not going to have to work a regular job at any point. And if she does, then, you know, she'll obviously have to get it covered. But listen, to each his own, you know, like I said, it wouldn't be me. Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, face tats are not really like super attractive to me anyway. Like, I don't even like it like on dudes and stuff like that with a bunch of face tats and stuff. Like a neck tat I can get, cause like some people look really good with neck tats, but like tattoos like on your actual face, and nah, ain't for me. But again, to each his own. I ain't gonna judge her for it. It's her body. She can do with it what she wants, and she wanted to celebrate her babies in her way. So hey, salute to her. And I guarantee she will be out stunning in, some photo shoot, bomb ass photo shoot, looking bomb with her face tattoos, still looking as pretty as ever. So salute to her. Like I said, she wanted to celebrate her babies in her way, and I ain't gonna judge her for that. So the last topic that I have is one that's pretty sensitive, but definitely has been kind of like all over the internet and all that jazz. So Dwayne Wade sat down on a couple podcasts. I know he was on Ellen, and basically he decided to let people know that his son Zion was transitioning or is transitioning to Zaya, his daughter. I applaud him in Gabrielle Union and his oldest brother, just their family in general. I applaud them for supporting Zaya in her transition, accepting her, letting her know that it's okay, they love her, and just fully embracing her on her journey of self-discovery and discovering herself. The weird shit that I just don't understand is the amount of people who want that man to like hate his child. Like it perplexes me. It is beyond me. Like, to see the amount of people that are just like, oh, you failed as a father and this and that and the other. And I'm like, why? Because he loves his kid regardless? Because he supports his child's decisions, because he doesn't view his child as property, but as the human being that his child is. Like, I don't understand people sometimes. Like, I think that we forget that just because, you quote unquote birthed someone or you had a hand in creating life, that somehow means that that's your property, and that makes them not a person. But just because they're a child or a kid, they're still a human being. They still have thoughts. They still think. They still, just like you, me, or anybody else. So I guess I can't understand this concept or ideas of people feeling like just because you're a parent, that automatically makes your kid not a human being, and they can't think, or they don't, know, or they're not allowed to understand or get to know themselves and decide who and what they want to be. You know what I mean? I thought that's the whole point of growing up, is to decide who and what you want to be and how you want to contribute to this world, the impact that you want to make in life, period. So I just, it perplexes me the amount of people who seemingly want this man to just like hate his child. You know what I mean? Like I don't, in a lot of it, I think has to do with just this kind of idea that especially, you know, men who play like sports or who are involved in athletics or who are involved in what people consider traditionally masculine jobs and roles and, you know, things of that nature. It's like they are judged so much more severely about, you know, about their quote unquote manhood, like what it is for them to be a man or a strong man. And to me, Dwayne Wade is an incredibly strong man because he made the decision to not judge his child, not hate his child, but to listen to his child, to accept his child, and then to have the wherewithal to understand, hey, I don't know shit about this. I don't know enough about this. Let me do my research. Let me reach out to as many people as I can. Let me make sure that my child is surrounded in information and love and acceptance and, you know, and support as they go through this transition. So I like I said, I commend him and Gabrielle Union, their entire family, for being accepting of Zaya and allowing Zaya to just be who Zaya is, period. You know, I think that I also feel like one of the things that I think we have to all around kind of think in our mind or start to begin to understand is that these kind of, I don't want to say rules, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of like the term that I want to use for it. I don't know, like social norms maybe, or just kind of, I think that we have to start looking at, you know, at like this whole ideal about like sexuality and, you know, gender and all of these things, you know, just that encompass that whole like premise or situation. We have to stop like looking at it as you know, based on ourselves. You know what I mean? Like you have to allow people to have their own journeys in life and do what feels right to them at the moment, at the time. Like we have to stop basically painting, you know, pushing our life onto other people, if that makes sense. I feel like it made more sense in my head than saying it out loud. But basically, just to kind of take it a step further, like I see a lot of people saying Zaya was too young to know, you know, that she wants to transition. She's too young to, you know, go back when they took Zaya to Pride, this and that and the other. And I'm just like, I feel like that's your ideals, and who are you to decide what someone, you know, is emotionally mature enough or capable enough to understand, to figure out, you know what I mean? Like how are you able to decide basically especially on someone that you don't know and you've never spent a day in your life with, how mature they are, how, you know, much they've evolved, how much they know themselves already to kind of be able to make those type of life-changing decisions. Again, that's what growing up is about. It's about allowing a young person to kind of formulate and grow and shape and figure out who the hell they are in this world. You know what I mean? And like I said, I salute that entire family for just giving that baby all the support that she needs in this world, because we all know this world is fucked up and it's cruel. And, you know, for all of the people who were kind of attacking them, saying that they shouldn't have brought it up, I mean, you guys were literally going in on them for, you know, when you saw pictures of, you know, of Zaya in with nails, or, you know, like a, what are they, why is my mind blank, like a crop top, you know what I mean? So you were literally going in on them for that type of shit. So, you know, they decided to, hey, okay, essentially take y'all bullets away so you can stop shooting at them. Like, okay, yeah, Zaya is transitioning, so that's that, and let Zaya do whatever the fuck Zaya wants to do. Zaya is a, you know, beautiful human being, so eloquent. Like, I saw the video that Gabby posted where she was like, meet Zaya, and basically like so well spoken, so eloquent, really kind of just knows who she wants to be. And I think it's just such a beautiful thing to allow her to develop and think and just be the beautiful human being that she is. So again, salute to that family for giving Zaya all the love and support and just being there for her, listening and not trying to force their own ideals and society's ideals or thoughts about who Zaya should be, period. So anyways, that is all the hot topics that I have for this week. I am going to now jump into relationships. All right, so for this week's relationship question of the week, I want to know, have you ever shot your shot at someone before, and how did it go? And this question is really more specifically for, you know, the ladies out there, I would say, just because we all know that there's kind of like this stereotype that women don't like shoot their shot at dudes, like they wait on dudes to approach them and this, that, and the other. So this is definitely more specific in that way, because I think that for dudes it is more common that they kind of take the first step, but I think for women it's far less common for us that we kind of initiate the whole kind of courtship. So my response to that is that yes, on multiple occasions, I have shot my shot. I will say that it wasn't like, because I read like all the stories about how I've read all of kind of like the literature behind it, where they say that men actually appreciate women more who kind of take the first step and, you know, essentially start off the courtship. But that hasn't been my experience. For me, like the couple of times that I've tried, or that, because, you know, I've been trying to do different things or trying new things. So the couple of times that I have tried it, it hasn't really worked. And it makes me wonder if it's like a regional thing, because I am in the South, and I think that a lot of times Southern men hold like a very like traditional, I want to say like traditional ideals about like dating and, you know, courtships and relationships and things of that nature. So the couple of times that I've tried it, it hasn't worked. You know, the guy just didn't like respond to it, or I guess they felt weird about it, because it was like, wait, so you're talking to me for, like, you're asking me? Like, so I don't know, like it didn't work for me. But again, I wonder if it's like regional, You know what I mean? Because like I wonder if like, because when I read those studies, they're very like general or generic, and they just say that they polled so many men and they said, oh yeah, we're totally, it takes the pressure off of us if girls do it, blah blah blah. But I wonder if it's like just based in like different locations or different areas. So I want to hear from you guys. Tell me, have you shot your shot? And how did it go for you? And even for the guys out there, I want to hear, has a woman, shot her shot at you, and how did you feel about it? Like, were you accepting of it? Were you like, oh, okay, yeah, I like this. I like that she kind of is taking the first step, or just, what are y'all thoughts on that? Because like I said, in my experience, it has not panned out for me. Like the guy wasn't receptive to that, because, and again, I think it's a regional thing. Because I feel like Southern men tend to have really kind of traditional thoughts about relationships and courtship and all of that. But I don't know. So I definitely want to hear from you guys on this one. Obviously, you can hit the website, prettynerdspodcast.com. That's nerds with the Z. Follow us. If you're not already, follow us on Instagram, Pretty Nerdz Podcast. And, let us know. Drop us some comments. Let us know, how do you feel about that? Have you had someone shoot their shot at you, and, were you accepting of it? And for our ladies out there, have you ever shot your shot, and how did it work out for you? How did it pan out for you? All right. So also in relationships, as you know, I am a single gal, and I have, been trying out different online dating sites. I think the last time I told you guys I tried out the Facebook dating, like they have like a little dating part on that, and I told you my experience, my likes and dislikes with that. So I'm done with that, and now I'm giving Tinder another try, right? So, here's my experience so far. Like, I literally don't remember like when I originally tried it, but yeah, my experience now is very similar to then. I will say that I don't remember that them having like such like, because I know, they have the free tab, but they also have like paid tiers, I guess, for Tinder. And I was trying to figure out like why people would pay for it, especially as expensive as it is. Like they have like some packages that are like, I think they're like gold package for 6 months is like $99. And I was like, for Tinder? You want me to pay $99 for 6 months? The fuck out of here. Y'all are crazy. But they do, but for those folks out there who do, want to pay kind of for dating sites and all that jazz, Tinder does have paid tiers, and it gives you more features depending on whatever tier you pay. But yeah, so my experience is pretty much the same as when back in the day when I originally tried it. I mean, again, it's very similar to, I guess, the way a lot of these dating sites are going. Just to, I guess, to make it easier or more accessible for people, because a lot of people, they don't like, they're like, I will say that I tend to be like super lazy with these dating apps. Like I'm with just posting some pictures, basic info, and going about your business. So that's why I think I tried it again, because I like the ease of it. Same thing when I tried Facebook. I like the ease of it. Like either I swipe left or right. You know what I mean? If you like somebody, you don't like somebody, woo, and that's how it works. You know what I mean? Super quick, super, super easy. But at the same time, it's like, I think that with Tinder, you have, I don't know. It definitely lives up to its whole, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a hookup site and blah, blah, blah. So it definitely lives up to that, because I have got some like super like random, like just, oh, you want to hook up, like that type of stuff, and I'm just like, ew, no, I don't want to hook up with a random. That's not my agenda. That's not my cup of tea. But for those who are into that, I will say they are very, very, very open on Tinder, and I think that's a plus, is that you do have some folks who are like super honest about it. Like they put right in their little comments, it's what I'm here for. If you're not, don't swipe. You know what I mean? So, but you do have the creeps on there who also are just like, put all of like this other stuff in there. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. Then as soon as you get like a match, yeah, man, I just want to have sex. Can we meet up? Ooh, and it's just like, ooh, my guy voice is so weird. But anyway, but yeah, so but I do, like I said, I like the ease of it. I can just swipe left, swipe right. I like that for the most part, the honesty of it. Like most people are pretty honest and straightforward about what they are looking for and what they aren't looking for. Like I've seen a couple of people who are super honest about it. Was like, hey, I'm just trying to get my followers on Instagram or Twitter up. Follow me on. So, you know what I mean? So like, hey, listen, Instagram makes a lot of people a lot of money. So I don't knock anybody's hustle. If you want to get on Tinder and promote your Instagram, do you, my G? Again, I knock no one's hustle out here in these streets, because we all trying to get to the back somewhere. So, but yeah, so overall, I will say if you're looking for something that just has a little bit of ease, it's simple, obviously you can give it a try. But I definitely, I will say that I'm not gonna be on it for too much longer, because it's still very much of what I remember it to be. Like people are just still kooky and crazy. I really don't think, after giving, another dating app a try, I really don't think that online dating is for me. I think I'm way too like socially awkward and all of that for like I'm online dating. I think I have to like meet people in person and just figure it out the old fashioned way, because online dating I just never get anywhere with it in general. So that is kind of my review on another dating site. If there is a dating site that you guys want me to try, or just want some feedback on, again, hit us up on the website or on Instagram. Drop, a DM, email, comments, whatever, and let me know, and I'll give it a try, as long as it's free, because I am not paying for it. But if it's free and it's a dating site and you guys want me to try it, let me know, and I will definitely give it a try and give you my feedback on it. So that is all that I have for relationships this week. Now I will be moving on to the nerd moment of the week. But before I get there, I do want to talk like new music and books and things of that nature. So music wise, I gave a listen to damn, my mind is blown right now. Okay, I gave a listen to I'm so sorry guys, like I'm super like out of it, like zoned out right now. But yeah, so I gave a listen to Nicki Minaj's new song Yikes, obviously just because I wanted to see what the controversy was, because people were talking about the Rosa Parks line and stuff like that. And I just was like, when I listened to it, first of all, it's like a super short song. It's like a teaser record. So I think it's like under 2 minutes. It's not a very long song at all. But I guess I didn't get the, like when I heard it, I was like, I didn't get the controversy of it, but I think what happened is because she put out that little snippet and that line was in there, but like in the grand scheme of things, like if you listen to the whole song, honestly, I didn't even really like notice it. You know what I mean? But again, I think it's because she put that little teaser in there. All in all, I think that it's a better record than what we've seen from her. So, give it a listen and let me know what you guys think on that. I also have been listening to, I gave a listen to K Michelle's record. I know that's been out for like 2, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. I don't remember when she dropped it, but I gave a listen to K Michelle's record. I don't know. It wasn't my favorite K Michelle record that she did. I loved her album, Anybody Wanna Buy a Heart. That was one of my favorite records that she did, but it has some typical K Michelle bops on there that I do enjoy, and I enjoy her making music and making records, especially now that she's kind of getting to go into the lane that she wants to go to. Like, she's been talking for years and years and years and years and years about how she wants to sing country music, or how she wanted to sing country music, but her label said no. So I think I like that she's starting to move in the direction that she wants to go, and her storytelling is always up to par. So that's definitely one thing I can say. She's been always a great storyteller when it comes to her music. So but I again, it's not my favorite K Michelle record that she's done, but a good record nonetheless. I have been crazy listening to the Moneybagg Yo project. Like, I don't know why. It's not like I don't listen to to like Moneybagg or Gotti and stuff like that. Like, I love to listen to me some Gotti, Yo Gotti and all that. Black Youngsta makes me laugh out of this world, but I wouldn't say that I've listened to a bunch of his records, just a couple of the little bops that he's had. But this new Moneybagg record is actually pretty dope. Like, that You Play record that he got with Lil Baby, or is it Gunna? Shit, that's horrible that I get them confused. I don't know any of these like new little young artists. They all seem like so similar to me because they all sound similar. But I think it's like with I want to say it's with Lil Baby. But that You Play record is dope. Like, I dig it. But needless to say, that Moneybagg record, like, when I'm in the gym, that shit goes. So check it out if you get a chance, because I think you'll definitely enjoy it. As far as like new books, new television shows, things of that nature, I actually haven't watched anything new. I've been on my same staple, Grey's, Station 19, A Million Little Things. I was trying to think of like my Thursday night lineup, because that's pretty much when it comes to TV, because I don't watch traditional TV that way. I'm a streamer. But like my Thursday night lineup, then I watch a couple of the DC shows and things of that nature that come on the CW. So, I'm not like a huge avid TV watcher. I mostly stream things. But so I don't have anything new for you guys on that front, or on the book front, because I told you I haven't been focused on my reading like I should. But I'll definitely try to see if I can pick up something. It'll happen eventually, within the next couple of weeks, because I'll probably get like super bored and have to start reading something. But anywho, since we are kind of in that realm, that leads me to my nerd moment of the week. And this week I am bringing it back. I remember I told you, I want to say a couple of weeks ago, I told you about The Magicians that was premiering on Sci-Fi. So we're about 5 or 6 episodes into this season of The Magicians. And I will say that I was a little skeptical. If you go back a couple of shows when I talked about it, I was a little skeptical going in because, as you know, this should not be a spoiler. especially if you watch the show. But as you know, at the end of last season, they killed off the main character, Quentin. And so this season, we've kind of been dealing with them, dealing with Quentin's death and, going through all of that. And I told you guys in the beginning, I was a little like skeptical about, how this season was going to go, because I feel like Quentin was such a big part of the show and just the dynamic of their friend group, But I will say that as the season has gone on, I genuinely really, really, really like, I will say, I definitely, let me rephrase. I definitely think that Quentin's presence is definitely missed. Like, killing him off the show, I don't think was the best decision, but obviously, from the things I read, he wanted to leave the show. So they made the best decision that they could with that kind of situation. But, his presence is definitely missed. The show isn't as, I don't want to say as good, but it just isn't like I remember it. But with that being said, I do like the direction that they are taking with the focus on Margot and Elliot's friendship. Like, their friendship is so epic. I love it. I like that they are really, like I said, this season they are really kind of focusing on those two's dynamic and friendship, and to me that's gold for their show. Like, they give me more Margot and Elliot. I love it. It makes me happy. I love to see it. The last episode where, like, you see Elliot kind of go through this whole thing where he basically recognizes that Margot has grown. She's changed so much, but in that he's kind of, he's still kind of Elliot who drinks away his feelings and his pain and all of that stuff like that, whereas Margot is kind of just grown into like this super badass that she is. And I love kind of the realization that Elliot saw in essence how he was kind of feeling like, well, I don't want to hold you back from your growth, and how Margot was like, hello, best friend, you will never hold me back from my growth. You are my best friend. I love you, and you are a part of, this thing that is us, and and you are much, stronger and more amazing than you realize. I just love, like I said, I love their friendship. I love that the show kind of is filling, I guess, that void from Quentin with the two of them, because like I said, give me more Margot and Elliot, because I enjoy them. I enjoy their stories. I enjoy them together kind of more than like some of the rest of the cast, because like some of the other storylines I'm just not super interested in at all. So again, give me more Margot and Elliot. Keep going that route, and I will probably, I will give them, another season or two. But if I have to deal with, I'm sorry, more Julia, because she bores the shit out of me. Like, she's not, like, she was interesting in the first couple of seasons because she was going through all that crazy shit that she was going through. But in these last couple, this season in particular, it's like, she boring. Like, I don't know. But needless to say, so far for the season, I'll give it like a C. It hasn't been, by far, it hasn't been a super great season, as far as the storyline is concerned. Like, you know what I mean? It's like hit or miss. But I will say, like I said, I enjoy the Margot and Elliot elements of it. Give me more Margot and Elliot, and my rating may go up. But as of right now, it's definitely at a C for me. So, But anywho, that is the nerd moment of the week. And looking through, I do not have anything else on the agenda for the week. As always, I do want to thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in to the podcast. Make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. It's Pretty Nerd Podcast. That's nerds with the Z. Make sure that you hit up the website, prettynerdspodcast.com. Shoot us an email, prettynerdspodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and, we may feature you guys on the show. So, again, thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in. I appreciate it. Falan DeAnn appreciates it. She will be back next week. And thank you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.